Morning Vinyl community, James here. Back after doing my intro a few days ago, and there's no going back. I'm once you step into the asylum, I'm here. I'm here for good, for better or worse. So, been thinking about what I would do for my next video, and the answer just came to me because I broke out this record the other night. It's called, what is this called again? Late Night Tales. It's a compilation, and that's the theme of this video. I thought I'd show some compilations. This is a compilation put together by a DJ. His name is Sam Shepard, but his DJ name is Floating Points. And normally I wouldn't get a record by a DJ. It's not my thing. But apparently he put this together. It's just stuff from his personal collection. And the theme here, and it says it here in the notes, he says, I tried to find music that reflects the stillness of night. And when I saw this in the store, I flipped it over and looked on the back, and what really caught my eye were three things. First of all, if you know the Max Roach song, Equipose, off of his Members Get Weary album, if you're familiar with that song, you know the kind of searching, majestic feel of that track. But it's followed up by Bobby Wright, Blood of American. And if you know that track, that's one of the most haunting, beautiful songs. I don't even know what other words to use for that. And the fact that those two songs were on the album made me think, there's something to this. This is an amazing collection. Along with those songs that I mentioned, it's also anchored by these really, really obscure kind of 70s sweet harmony soul tracks that I didn't know anything about. And even though the music comes from various genres, there's soul, there's jazz, there's a little bit of rock from the band The Rationals, a late 60s Michigan band. It all has this theme together of late night tales. It's really, really cool collection. So this is on the Nighttime Stories Limited label. Really interesting album. I'm really happy about it. So anyway, I just pulled out some compilations that are some of my favorites, and I got a bunch of them from different genres, so I thought I'd spread it out all over the place. The next one is this one. This is Disc Debs International. Music from Guadeloupe, mostly. So this guy, Henri Debs, here's the insert, and has a little one of these paper booklets. This is all music from from 1960 to 1972, from Guadeloupe, but it's all influenced by Puerto Rico, Cuba, Haiti. So it has, for lack of a better term, like a Buena Vista Social Club kind of feel, if I want to just lower it to the lowest common denominator. All vocals in French, being the French colony that it was. But this booklet is cool. It tells the whole story of this record label. And this is this came out on the Strut label, which is a really cool label. Really nice stuff. It just great stuff to put on a sunny day. This Debs. The next one, and I'm kind of cheating because there's two volumes here. It's the Nigerian Rock comps on Now Again, the Wake Up Now, Volume 1 and Volume 2. This is on the Now Again label. I know some people sometimes aren't crazy about Now Again because of the packages they put together, but this music is incredible. Afro rock. These are both doubles, the non-gatefold doubles. Some people don't like those. I'm okay with it because the music's really good. But Afro rock, great stuff. Obviously influenced by American soul. Gritty guitars, great vocals with some high life elements. Somehow, I get this book. This is the companion book to the series. This didn't come with the albums. I think this came with the CD, and I'm getting old because I have no idea how I originally got this. But this tells the story of Nigerian rock in the context of Civil War in the late 60s and how that kind of spawned this whole Nigerian rock movement. Really cool booklet. It's not a booklet, it's a book. It's about 100 pages with, you know, lots of photos. Nice little bonus thing to have. Nigerian rock. Next one, I love this comp. I used to have the CD, and then I finally found the album. It's The Soul of Spanish Harlem on the BGP label, which is a great reissue label. They put together some great comps. And the back of it says, beautiful soul music from the heart of New York's Spanish Harlem. And that, to me, encapsulates the whole feel of this. It's all stuff from the late 60s and early 70s. So it's Spanish flavored soul, all done English vocals, but it has this kind of New York Central Park, hanging out in the corner, hanging out on the stoop kind of feel to it. As a sheltered lifelong Californian, I kind of romanticize that aspect of New York, thinking about how things were maybe in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s of people hanging out in the corner, you know, playing stickball, kind of bullshitting with the guys on the street. Just seems like a great time. And all these songs are romantic, about lost love and searching for love. Great stuff. There's some known names on here: Ralphie Pagan, Joe Bataan, Joe Pastrano, the LeBron brothers. Beautiful compilation. Another non-gatefold double, but I'm okay with it. I love this record. Great stuff. Another one. Let's see how we're doing for time here. We're okay. Cool Europa. This is European Progressive Jazz in Germany, 1959 to 1963. So, like the title says, it's all German jazz, 1959 1963. On the back here, it says, file under cool, modern, hard bop, and modal. And I think that's a good description because it kind of covers, these songs all kind of connect to those labels. Some of the names on here that you'll be familiar with is Franz and Boland, Fat Sadi, Barney Willen, Attila Zoller does a great version of "You Stepped Out of a Dream." He almost sounds like Grant Green on that track. Ralph Kuhn. Here's the gatefold. So here's a double with the gatefold. Really cool information on all the artists and all the lineups and all the records that where this is culled from. Really nice album. I think I said it in my intro video. European jazz has a special appeal to me. It seems like the players had a little bit more reverence, or not a little bit more reverence, but they had a certain type of reverence for what they were doing because it wasn't native to them. And again, that's completely subjective, but when I listen to something this, it kind of puts me in a different place. Lots of nice straight ahead stuff here, some swinging, hard bop. There's a great modal track. Yoki Froon Sextet does a song called Ole Coltrane, 8 minutes. And you can kind of guess with a song titled Ole Coltrane what it's going to sound like. And in fact, it's almost seems like a cover from the Coltrane Ole album, in a sense. It has that searching Spanish kind of feel to it. Really cool record. I know I'm repeating myself. I'm really glad I got this one. It's nice to have. Beautiful thick spine. All right. Next one, and we're gonna jump around here. This is an older comp. A lot of these compilations I got are actually newer releases. This one is called Jazz Business, and this is Jazz Business, Volume 3. I don't know when this came out, but I feel like this was in the early 90s. This is another double non-gatefold. It's okay. Cover shot is Billy Wooten, and I think this is a shot from him from the late 60s in a live show. But I would say this is if I would describe the music on there, this is a compilation of what would be considered these days rare groove. Nice mid-tempo, relaxed, spacious, some people might say club music, but just really, really nice record. A great late night stuff, considering a late night music. Billy Wooten is probably the most known artist on here. Someone called CC Knowledge and Sun Ra Orchestra does Space is a Place, but it's not Sun Ra. Great stuff. I love finding these kinds of compilations. They seem, it's a completely like needle and haystack kind of a thing, but when you find them, I'm really stoked. I got this many years ago, and I'd like to see if there's other, so I gotta find other volumes of this one. Really, really cool comp. Jumping around here. I love blues comps. I love all comps, but blues comps have a special place. This is Southern Prison Blues, recorded at Louisiana State, Angola. The famous prison in Louisiana, famous for not good reasons. It's a very dark part of American history. I looked this up because I've had this for a long time. But I wasn't sure when it actually came out. It was recorded. It was the notes and the recording are by Harry Oster, who we all know from doing field recordings. And I don't know any of the names on here, any of the players, but it's all just vocal and guitar, classic prison blues kind of feel. It's on this Everest Records label. Or it's the Tradition. Not really quite sure. And a friend of mine and I always talk about what really is this Everest label. We could never figure out was it a reissue label at the time, or was this an original release on this label? I don't know if anyone has any information on that. It'd be good to know. These are the kinds of things that keep me up at night, right? I'm tossing and turning in bed, wondering whether the Southern Prison Blues was original or not. Nice blues comp. I love blues comps. Couple more to go. Here's one, getting back to Europe. This is I always forget the names of these things when I look at them. This is called Fenton, and it's Rare Jazz Recordings from Spain, 1961 to 1974. This is on let me pull this one out. This is on the Vampasol label. I don't have a lot on Vampasol, and I'm wondering if they still put out stuff. I don't know, but there it is, the Vampasol label. And here's a double gatefold. Look at that. It shows all the artists and all the lineups. Most of the songs on here are from Spanish jazz musicians, and I say that because there's a few that aren't. There's an American, and I'm trying to find it. It's Lou Bennett. I don't really quite know why. I think it's because it was recorded in Spain. And Dusko Gojovic, the European trumpet player, and I think they have it on here because of the name of the song, the Bosna Calling song. I don't know exactly why it's on here, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous album. Going back to what I was saying about the German record, the reverence I have for European jazz musicians, there's an extra special quality to it. Nice package here, beautiful paper quality. It always helps. Beautiful, beautiful record, and just something exotic to put on. You can kind of take me to another place, knowing that this is all recorded in Spain. Nice. And we're gonna kind of close it off, going out of left field. This one's called Real Delusions, and this is Finnish speed and thrash metal explosion, 87 to 91. rock and hard rock is still in my blood and my roots, and I still listen to stuff. I still buy this stuff from time to time. And I couldn't pass this up simply because Finnish speed and thrash metal, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, obviously I'm into a lot of American speed and thrash. This is on the Spart label, and really cool package too. Double gatefold. And has a nice booklet too, or a decent booklet with some photos. And last but not least, since it is July 4th, Independence Day, I had to show something American rock and roll. This is Michigan Meltdown. And look at the car, this is an actual photo of a ride in Detroit 1970 of a battered police car. And if there's nothing more American than revolution, I don't know what it is. I just saw this in the store and I instantly grabbed it just because of that photo, because that kind of thing appeals to me. It says a lot about me, right? But I just love that photo. This is a compilation of just obscure hard rock, psych garage, that whole amalgamism of things. Great comp to throw on 4th of July, or if you're pissed off at any time. So that's it for now. Enjoy. Happy holidays. Thanks for listening.